And again, hi everyone. Thank you for coming and thank you for joining us. All right. So, and actually special thanks that you have chosen us to spend the next 40 minutes. Let's get started. As you can see, our today's meeting is devoted to writing. But first of all, I would like to introduce myself, just a few words. My name is Irina. I got my bachelor's degree at Moscow State Pedagogical University at the Institute of Childhood with two specialties. I'm a primary school teacher and English teacher. And then I decided to continue my education and go deeper into the area of teaching English. And the choice was definite. I'm at MSBU again at the Institute of International Education. And now I'm a member of this professional and outstanding community. But let's move to our topic, which is writing. And actually, I'm very interested in your attitude towards writing in general. Could you please again write in the chat some ideas, words, adjectives, whatever, something that you associate writing with, okay? So just write some words, adjectives, your association, yes, towards writing. I'm waiting. Challenging, yeah, it might be, yeah. Some more ideas, some more words, difficult. All right. Okay. Challenging, difficult. Probably some of you have positive attitude towards writing. Maybe for some of you, writing brings pleasure. Okay, for now I can't see it, but by the way, I personally love writing, really. It gives me real pleasure. I write about everything that matters to me, books, psychology, education, English, whatever. Yeah, but everything differs when it comes to exam writing, yeah? And it's not a pleasure anymore. What do you think? Why does it happen? So actually, yes, some people love writing, but if it comes we talk about exam writing, it's not a pleasure anymore. What are some reasons? What are some reasons? Could you please write it in the chat? Why writing is so challenging and so difficult? No ideas? It's boring, okay. Yeah, yes, Yana, you're absolutely right. Requirements, little time for it, yes, absolutely. Yes, you're right. Yes, so here, if we talk about exam writing, you should follow some requirements, some style. Yes, Andrei, you're right, because we can't write about the topic we like. Yes, yeah, we are right. And sometimes, yes, we write about something that doesn't matter you at all. Yes, and if we talk about the Russian state exam, sometimes we have some challenging, some boring topics, yes, which we have no idea about. Yes, and so you're absolutely right. Mistakes, yes, we are afraid of making mistakes. Yes, you are absolutely right. Okay, what's on our today's agenda? So first of all, we're going to talk about your stumbling blocks. So some challenges, yes, something that prevents you from being successful in the writing part. Then we will have a look at task 39, which is writing a personal letter. Then we will work on task 40, which is writing an extended statement provided with arguments, but actually we simply call it an essay, right? Then we will sum everything up, and then I will share with you some useful resources which might be useful for your writing skills, for improving your writing skills, okay? Okay, but first of all, let's start with some challenges, your stumbling blocks. Could you please now write in the chat, what are some challenges in writing? What prevents you from being successful at writing? Yeah, actually, you have already mentioned some of them. Yes, it's boring, and you're afraid of making mistakes. But could you please name me some challenges, yes, which you may encounter in the writing part? Just briefly. Which challenges you may encounter in this writing part? We talk about actually exam. Yes, the Russian state exam. What are some challenges? Yeah, some problems with background knowledge. Right. Something else? Okay. Yeah, it's difficult to make up arguments. Yes, to provide arguments, reasons, examples. Yeah, and especially when you are in stress. Problems with grammar. Grammar, vocabulary. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. And also on the slide, you can see some more challenges, yes, which you may encounter. First of all, it's being unaware of the structure and official requirements, but I think that it's not about us. But just in case, I prepared some information, yes, which refers to official requirements and the structure of the Russian state exam. Being inattentive while reading the task, being unable to plan time wisely, lack of practice, I think that's a major one. And one more important thing, it's the fact you are actually not aware of the fact of how well prepared you are. Yes, sometimes we're not aware of our strength, so but you should know it and keep it in mind. Okay, so stay positive. And actually, you are amazing. Yeah. Okay, writing part includes two tasks. It's personal letter and this essay, writing an extended statement provided with arguments. And the overall score, the maximum score you can get for this task, for the whole writing part, is 20 points, okay? And we will start with the personal letter. Here on the slide, you can see the scheme of a personal letter. Yeah, I will quickly just show you. Just a moment. Okay, I will quickly show you. First of all, on the right side, you write an address. Yes, firstly, you write a city or a town, then goes a country, and then you write the date. Yeah, here are different variants with date. You even can write it in numbers. Yeah, but in this case, it will be counted as one word. Then go introductory phrases like hi, dear, and you write a name of the person which is given in the task. Then you write introductory phrases, yes, like you firstly say thanks for the letter, and then you make it clear that you have been exchanging letters for a while, yeah? So these previous contacts, like here one, it's always nice to hear from you, right? Could you please now in the chat write some more examples, yes, which you can give? So some more phrases that show that you have been exchanging letters for a while. Like this one, it's always nice to hear from you. Just some more phrases, please. What are some more phrases you can use here? It's great to hear from you again. I am glad to hear from you again. Yeah, right. So I think that you know these phrases, yes, and probably, surely, you have already chosen the phrase which you're going to write, yes, in this, because here you can prepare it. Yes, then goes like the main body, the main part. So first of all, you answer questions, right? And here you also may put it logically, yes, like start with like common phrase, like I will be happy to answer your questions, yes? And then you ask questions, yeah? Then you, here we have a phrase, write back soon. So here you express expectation to get a letter of reply, yes? Write back soon, drop me a line, yes? Then you end with such phrases as all the best, bye for now, best wishes, and you put your signature in a formal way, yeah? No surname here. And also I have a question for you, yes, about these ending phrases like all the best, bye for now, best wishes. Could you please now tell me, can we use such phrases as yours faithfully, yours sincerely? Just yes or no, can we use them? If yes, why? If not, why not? No, why no? Why not? Because actually these phrases, they refer to, it's an appropriate style. They refer to formal style, yes? So if you write a formal letter, we can use these phrases. But in our case, it's informal one, so we don't use this phrase, yeah. So, and here also you can see the self-evaluation sheet, but actually these points were mentioned in the previous slide, yes, like visually in the schema. But by the way, you can use this self-evaluation sheet just to assess yourself, right? Okay. And now we're going to practice a little bit in asking questions, because sometimes students lose their points at this particular stage. Okay, we will try to do. Okay, you can see that here is a task. You have received a letter from your English-speaking pen friend Dave, who writes. But now we pay our attention only to the part where we are going to ask questions, yeah? Generally, the line, the paragraph, yes, which refers to asking questions is in the last paragraph, like here. Last week, my dad organized a picnic for all our family. And also pay your attention to the task itself. So here you should ask 3 questions about the family picnic. Not about dad, about the family picnic. Yes, a particular picnic which was organized last week. Now I ask you to do the following. Here I have some questions, yes, and I ask you to write in the chat the letters of those questions which are right, which are correct, okay? So write in the chat the letters of those questions which are correct, yes, which we can ask our pen friend Dave to answer. So which of these sentences are correct? We have A, we have D, also we have B, E, and F. Okay. Okay, let's have a look at answers. Here are they. They are A, B, D, and E. Okay, let's have a look at letter F. Can you see? Yes, we have here. What do you usually take for the picnic? Actually, it's a general question, yes? So here in this particular ask, you should ask about a particular, a concrete picnic, yes, the family picnic, which was organized last week. Here it's a general picnic, yeah? Like, what do you usually take for the picnic? Could you please now tell me, write in the chat, how can we change this question in order to make it correct? I am talking about letter F. So it's incorrect now, but how we can change it in order it becomes correct, becomes right? How we can change it? What do you usually take for the picnic? And you should change it. Yeah, that's right, Mia. Yes, that's right. What did you take for the family picnic? Yes, that's right. What did you take for your family picnic? Yeah, absolutely. And also letter C, the same. It's not right. Yes, do you like going to picnics with your family? It's again like a general question, like or not. But here you asked to think about the questions which refer to a concrete picnic. Yeah. That's right. Let's go to the next slide. Yeah, and here we also have the same task, but from now I ask you to read the task individually and again come up with some ideas with concrete questions which we may ask our English-speaking pen friend Mary to answer. Okay, so you read this individually and then you write in the chat some questions that you can ask Mary to answer, okay? Pay your attention to the last line and pay your attention to the task, yeah? I am waiting for your questions. the right questions which we may ask Mary to answer. Okay. Okay, now let's have a look at the task. Yeah, we can see the line. Yeah, the last one. I'm learning Russian, and now I have started reading a very interesting book in Russian. Yeah, but here we have this question, this task. Ask 3 questions about the book. So here, don't ask about learning Russian, about experience in learning Russian. Yes, the question here, the task here is to ask questions about the book. Yeah. So here, Milena, be careful, yes, with this. That's not about learning Russian, yes, that's about the book, yeah? Okay, what is the book about? Yeah, why not? Yes, what's the book about? Good one. Like, what book do you read? What's the name of this book? What's the author of this book? What is this book about? Yes, that's right. And also let's do like the same which we did in the previous slide. Again, I will give you these questions, and again, write please the letters of those questions which are right, yes, which are correct. Just again, yes, to clarify it. Oh, oops. Okay, so again, choose those letters which are correct. A, D, yeah. Okay, let's check it. Yeah, A, D, and G. Yes, because if we have a look at letter B, C, they are about Russian. They are about experience in learning Russian. Yes. Again, E, it's like a general questions, right? Do you like reading Russian books just in general? Yeah. All right. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, and let's sum it up, yes? So to be successful in writing a personal letter, firstly, you should read the task carefully, yes? Especially when they talk about these asking questions, yes? So please read the task carefully. Plan your letter, like think about some key phrases and statements. You can even visualize the schema, yes, remember the schema. Or even you can just jot down, write some ideas on the draft, what you are going to include in your answers, what questions you are going to ask, just briefly. But here, remember about the time, because actually it's required that you spend about 80 minutes, yes, 80 minutes on the whole writing part, in which 20 of them you spend on personal letter, and like 60 minutes on writing an extended statement, an essay, yes? Because actually you need much time on writing an essay. So remember, yes, about the time, plan it wisely, yeah? And write the letter following the requirements and informal style. Remember about these phrases which we start our letter with and end with. And paragraphs should be logically organized and viewed. Again, remember the schema. And checking is crucial here. You should check your writing carefully and correct mistakes if they exist. I think that we have finished with a personal letter. And now we are moving to task 40, which is writing an extended statement provided with arguments, my opinion. Again, we simply call it an essay. And here there is a plan, but I'm absolutely sure that you are familiar with this plan, but just revise it a little bit, yeah? So first of all, you make an introduction, you state the problem paraphrasing the given statement, then you express your personal opinion provided with 2-3 reasons, then you express an opposing opinion with 1-2 reasons, then you explain why you don't agree with this opposing opinion. And the last step is conclusion where you restate your position. And here are some steps which I would recommend you to follow when you start working on your essay, the task number 40. So first of all, read both topics carefully, because here you are given a chance. You can choose between two alternatives, between two statements. So choose the one statement, the one topic which seems to be more suitable for you, which you can expand, which you can broaden, yes, which you can think about some reasons and examples, yes, arguments, because again, it's a challenging one. Then you start working on the chosen topic, you analyze the topic and identify the main focus of this topic. It's crucial here. Then you start working on the draft, you brainstorm ideas. Yes, brainstorming, you just quickly think about some ideas that come to your mind. Yeah, and just there on your paper, there will be a list of some spontaneous ideas which are referred to a particular topic. And then from these brainstormed ideas, you choose those which you may broaden, yes? And then you expand these ideas, provide them with arguments, put some sentences. Then goes planning. Planning is also crucial as well as brainstorming. These are like two crucial components of any writing, brainstorming and then planning. So you plan your piece of writing following the requirements and the schema. Remember the previous slide. Introduction, personal opinion, opposing opinion, your disagreement, and conclusion. And then you make your writing more advanced. You implement any corrections, put any adjectives, any words of high level. Then you count the words. Don't waste much time on it. Yes, you just simply can count how many words are in one line and then multiply them. And then you copy your writing to the answer sheet, right? Yes, and here it doesn't mean, yes, that on your draft there should be the whole essay. No, there should be like a detailed plan, yes, which you follow. Okay, so that were some steps which I would recommend you to follow. And now we will try to follow all these steps together and write an essay. So actually, this task is taken from the proposed exam paper of this year. And here are two statements given. Studying online is more interesting than studying at school. And summer holidays in the countryside are best for teenagers. From the first sight, you might think that these topics are quite easy and they are not challenging and difficult. Yet I wouldn't say so. Yes, they are not about space exploration, they are not about digital literacy, but again, they are challenging. Okay, first of all, could you now please tell me, so we start with analyzing the topic, yes? We have already chosen, we're going to write about studying online is more interesting than studying at school. Could you please now identify some key phrases from these statements? What's the main focus of this statement? Would you please write in the chat your ideas? What are the main phrases here, the keywords here? Because first of all, you should analyze it. What are some keywords? We have a topic, studying online is more interesting than studying at school. Yep, studying. Actually, we have studying online versus studying at school. Yeah, studying online, studying at school. Online school, yeah. But here, be careful, yeah, because also here we have this phrase is more interesting, yeah. So here you write not about that studying online is better than studying at school, yeah. So here the keyword here also more interesting. So before writing your essay, you should identify what does interesting education mean, right? And then we will go further. But first of all, let's start and brainstorm some ideas, yeah? Because firstly, we should identify what does interesting education mean. Again, please, in the chat, write some ideas, some thoughts that come to your mind, okay? What does interesting education mean? It's very crucial here. Yes, because we should identify, we should decide what does interest in education mean, and then go further. What does interest in education mean? Just some ideas, because when we talk about brainstorming, you shouldn't waste, you shouldn't spend much time in brainstorming. Like 2-3 minutes will be enough, and you may have like a big list of ideas. Yes, I like Tanya's idea, more resources and information. What else? No more ideas? Okay, I will help you. Yeah, I have some ideas on the slide, and actually here are they. Personalized approach, like individual approach, yes, I refer it to interest in education. Interaction with classmates, the way you are taught, yes, some technologies like interactive tests and games, and active participation. So I just briefly brainstormed it, yes, before starting writing, and I identified these key points of interest in education. Yeah, but as you said, as you correctly said, that also here we have studying online versus studying at school, like two different ways of education, two different ways of studying. And so simply here I decided to draw like a table versus studying online and studying at school. So here I have these brainstormed ideas, and I just put these ideas into the right column, right? And one more thing. Remember, yes, that apart from your personal opinion, you should think about an opposing opinion. And sometimes it might be difficult. And here one idea came to my mind. Okay, because some people think that studying online cannot be interesting and there is no interaction between classmates. And I decided, okay, I will go to the idea that studying online is more interesting than studying at school, because I have a great opposing view, a great opposing argument, because here we have no interaction between classmates, and I put it into the table. Yeah, and actually I have my disagreement, because here we have so well developed technologies, and we can have communication via some video conferencing such as Zoom and Skype. Yeah, so and I identify it for myself. So then I just put these ideas, yes, which refer to studying online quizzes, interactive tests and games. And the next one is study in comfortable conditions, so students feel more secure and there is greater interest in school subjects. And even in this table, you can order, you can put numbers, yes, in what order you are going to put these ideas. Like this will be the first one, online quizzes, study in comfortable condition. The second one, they will refer to my opinion, to my personal opinion. And then there will be opposing opinion, no interaction between classmates, and my disagreement. And then I will conclude everything. Yeah, so actually here it was the stages of brainstorming and planning. Yeah, then you start writing your essay, writing your statement, and here you start with introduction. So remember that in introduction you should state the problem, paraphrasing the given statement. And also here in the introduction part, you should show that this topic is debatable, so that there are different points of view regarding this topic, right? And again, the introduction shouldn't be long and difficult. The main idea, the main point here is to clearly present the topic for the reader, right? Yes, and actually when you paraphrase, don't try to paraphrase like the whole sentence. You may just change some words, like 2-3 words, and also change the grammatical structure. Because previously, in previous years, the statement which was given, it was bigger. And what students did, they just rewrote this statement and thought that they are quite successful with the introduction, but it doesn't work in our case. Yeah, because you should paraphrase it. And actually paraphrasing helps us to analyze the topic, yes? Helps us to analyze its main idea. So, and actually here is my introduction. There are continuing debates about whether to give priority to online education or not. Some people claim that studying online is more beneficial, while others insist on the traditional way of education, studying at school. So here I paraphrase it. Instead of studying online, I put online education, and instead of studying at school, I put traditional way of education, traditional education. And I actually showed that this topic is debatable. Can you see the very first sentence here? There are continuing debates about whether to give priority to online education or not. Yeah? Okay, that was the introduction. We paraphrased and we showed that this topic is debatable, that there are different points of view regarding this topic. Then goes your personal opinion, in which you express your opinion and provide it with 2-3 reasons. You remember that in our essay, we have only 2 reasons, and it will be absolutely enough. So can you see that the very first sentence here is your personal opinion, your personal position, and you explain it. Personally, I agree that studying on the internet is more interesting for the current generation. Here's your opinion. And then we provide it with 2 reasons. To start with, online education provides a wide range of opportunities for teachers and for students as well. Online quizzes, interactive platforms, and social media are used to raise students' interest in school subjects. It was our first example, our first argument. The second one, furthermore, studying from home increases students' involvement in the educational process. They feel more secure, and consequently, they participate more actively during lessons. As a result, there is growing interest in online education. So, personal opinion and 2 reasons. Here, as you can imagine, I decided not to change this more interesting, yeah? Because you may go far away from the topic. Yeah, I just put to raise students' interest, yes, instead of more interesting, or there is a growing interest in online education, right? Because be careful with these adjectives and some difficult words, because actually you can easily go far away from the topic. I read some essays considering these very statements, and some students lost their points because of this. They actually went far away from the topic. I will give you an example. Like some students wrote that studying online is better because here you don't need to waste your time on the road. But is it about interest? No, that's more about like convenience, more about time, but not about interest. So be careful here, right? Then goes an opposing opinion. And do remember what's an opposing opinion we are going to present. Remember some previous slide where we have a table. So what's going to be our opposing opinion? Do you remember? If you remember, please write it in the chat. If not, I will help you. Yeah, we have a table with some reasons. And on the right column, there was only one argument, which was opposing one. Do you remember what was the argument? What opposing opinion we're going to present? Don't remember? No communication, yes, right. Thank you, Milena. Yes, actually that was our argument. Yes, no interaction, yes, thank you, Yana. Okay, and here it is, our opposing opinion. However, there is an opposing view regarding this topic. Some people assume that studying online cannot be interesting as it doesn't provide interaction between classmates and teachers. They communicate less and there is no way to support each other. That was an opposing opinion and we provide one reason. And then goes your disagreement. You explain why you don't agree with this opposing opinion. And here's one paragraph. I can't agree with the argument mentioned above. Modern technologies are so well developed today that interaction and cooperation might be fully organized in an online format through video conferencing such as Zoom, Skype, and others. Yeah. And the very last step, it's your conclusion, where you again restate your position. Yes, just once again. And here, just only one sentence. In conclusion, I firmly believe that an online education is more interesting than a traditional one. Again, here I decided not to change this more interesting, yeah, because it's difficult, yeah. You may come up with such synonyms as exciting, unusual, but again, you may easily go far away from the topic. And I just changed starting online on online education and traditional, and starting at school on traditional one, right? And here we have done with the writing part. And actually, here is the whole text, how it looks like. There are 211 words. So I just recommend you to follow this strategy, yes, to follow and do use brainstorming and planning. So plan it and everything will be fine, yeah? Okay, and now would you like to ask you, what is a recipe for successful writing? What are the components finally? Would you identify the components of successful writing? What are they? And please write it in the chat. What is a recipe for successful writing? What are the components? Mm-hmm. Thank you for a nice picture. Yes, right. Thank you. I think that it's not our case, yes? Because we follow some procedures. Yeah, thank you, Tatiana. Read task carefully. Mm-hmm. Okay, some more techniques, like some more strategies. Follow the structure. All right. Mm-hmm. We also have some more like crucial components, crucial strategies. Have a plan. Mm-hmm. Thank you, planning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Brainstorm, yes, that's great, Yana. Thank you very much. Brainstorming, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's have a look. So, here are they. Okay, actually not many of them. So, you were right. Yes, you should know the structure and follow the requirements. You should read the task carefully and don't overthink. Yes, just to understand the main idea, the main focus of a particular statement, of a particular topic. Brainstorming and planning are crucial ones. Yes, remember, we actually started our writing with these particular techniques, brainstorming and planning. Practice makes perfect. Yes, the more you write, the more advanced writing, the more advanced you become. And actually, we haven't mentioned it, but your English. Yes, your level of English should be high, and you should include some high range of vocabulary and grammar structures. But again, it should be natural. Yes, it should look natural. Yes, don't try to overload your essay with difficult vocabulary and grammar, but by the way, make it natural. Yes, and make it readable as well. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I think that we have done with these two tasks of writing, task 39 and task 40. And now I would like to share with you some useful resources which might help you in boosting your writing skills. And here is the first one, which is Grammarly. This Grammarly resource is my absolute favorite. It checks your text for punctuation, for spelling, for grammar mistakes. And actually, as you can see, it has a user-friendly interface. You just start typing, and the system, the Grammarly system, will identify your errors, your mistakes, and even you will see what type of mistakes you have. Yeah, it might be like punctuation in complex sentence, it might be spelling, it might be weak language or word choice. Yeah, and as you can see, you even have like the whole bank of your writing pieces And you can even just compare, yes, your first writing piece with the last one and see your performance and see your results. And yes, actually you can see the performance here, like here this text has 91%. And actually you also can see that this system will identify how many characters, words, and sentences your text has. And I also like that this site also gives you some great comments like this one. Your text compares in readability to the New York Times. That's a pleasure, yes, to have this. Yeah, so try Grammarly. That's a great resource, really. Just try it. The next one, which is actually a wiki group, here is the link to this group, to this community. And actually this community is for teachers and for EGA experts, for the Russian state exam experts, but it might be useful for you as well, because here you will find some videos dedicated to the Russian state exam, I mean English in general, and writing tasks in particular. And also here I put a link to the article, which is 14 steps to get a full mark for your writing tasks. Read it, please, because actually in this article, these steps which we have discussed previously, and brainstorming, analyzing, brainstorming, and planning. So just you will follow how to write an essay once again. I think that it might be useful. And one more idea is that actually you can publish your essays here in this group, and you can ask those who participants of this group to check your essay, yes? And the teachers who are in this community, they will give you some comments, probably point out your mistakes. So try it, and it's for free, yes? You will get some feedback. Okay, also the next slide, I have recently found this one. It's called Незнайка. Here, as you can see, there are different subjects, but now we talk about English. So here you can do tests online. Now I'm talking about like the whole writing part, yes, not only about tasks 39 and 40, but here you can do this test online, and then you will get your score, your results, right? If we talk about assessing your writing, I mean 39 and 40 tasks, here, as you can understand, the system cannot check it automatically, but by the way, there is a service which you can try. So you can type your essay and send it, and some experts will check it, but it's not for free. So like personal letter will cost like 200 rubles, and essay is more expensive. But again, once you can try it, yes, in order to evaluate your essay, you probably see some mistakes. So if you are interested, just go to this site and check it out, yes. But by the way, you can practice just some test formats here. I think that it might be useful for you. Also, one more resource. So it's called Practice English with Paul. Surely you won't find information about the Russian state exam, but here you will find information regarding the Cambridge exams, FC and CE, and here you will find some video and grammar videos as well. They might be useful for your preparation. Yep, and actually here's the link to the whole YouTube channel, yes, like the first one. And here we have a link to a particular video which I would recommend you to watch. Here in this video, Paul tells about the crucial components of writing, which we have discussed. They are brainstorming and planning, so please watch it. It would be absolutely helpful. Because actually, previously, I didn't take it seriously, and I just started writing with no preparation, with no brainstorming, planning, and no draft work. Yes, and actually it was Paul who taught me these crucial techniques. So if you still don't believe in the power of brainstorming and planning, please watch Paul's video. Yes, it will be useful. Yeah. And one more great resource, which is Oxplore. This site is created by University of Oxford. It's so colorful, as you can see. And here we have some debatable questions, lots of debatable questions. Like, are we getting unhappier? Is a robot a person? So many great debatable questions. So it might be useful for your exam preparation, yes, for the writing part. Because here, as I have already said, we have some debatable questions. And in your writing task, in task 40, we have debatable statements as well, yeah? So you can just take one question, one topic, and just write an essay following the style of task 40. And actually here you can type like your answer, yes or no, and then you will find like questionnaires dedicated to this particular topic. You will find much reading material, and also you will find excellent videos. Yeah, so here you will boost your English, yes. Probably you will grab some ideas that again might be useful for your essay, yes, which you may further implement. So try it, that's a useful one. Yeah. Okay, I think that we have finished, and also here we can see our Instagram. And so feel free to contact us if you have any questions, and also feel free to contact me via email. I will be absolutely happy to see your questions, your comments, whatever. Okay, and I think that we are ready, and thank you so much. Thank you for your comments, for your participation, and if you have any questions now, you can ask them easily. I am ready to answer. Thank you guys for your participation. Thank you. I hope that it was useful and you will grab some ideas. Thank you. I see that there are no questions. Okay. Have a nice weekend. Yeah. Thanks and good luck. Good luck. I wish you all the best. Okay. Bye. Bye.